What's going on, people? What's up, what's up, what's up? We are back from the death that was my computer. So, glad to be back. Trying to be back. Do some drawing. Try to. So, I've actually been talked to by a friend of mine, and they had mentioned that I might want to try and do some different stuff. So I want to try something. We're going to see how it works. I'm going to try and pick up a new style. What up? What's up? What's up? You also got a new computer? Nice. Nice. What happened to your old one? You just need one, or was it time for a new computer? Because even though I had to fix mine, right? I had to get mine fixed. It was time for a new computer. It's time for a new computer. So that's what I'm going to be saving up for shortly. So if I want to, all right. So let's just do big head. Let's do big head. Ain't one bad on Chromebook. Oh yeah, man, you had a Chromebook? Yeah. No wonder you needed to fix that. Hey Aaron, what's up? How's it going? You doing all right? There's really no waste. These legs just gonna pop out. So I'm actually doing something that I recommend to my students all the time when they're trying to figure, when they're like, oh, well, I like the way this person draws, or I don't know how to do that or this, right? And I was telling them, like, look, there's nothing wrong with copying someone's work, right? If you're using it for practice, and so, like I said, I had a friend of mine, former student of mine, come to me and was like, hey, you know what, you're doing you're doing this graphic design stuff, so maybe you should focus on maybe some easier lines, so like, here's some stuff. So I'm actually looking at some stuff of a style that I actually like, and I want to see what I can do with it. First I'm going to copy, I'm just pretty much just copying what's going on here. Nothing special. I did not hear about school. What happened at school? Anything good? They finally decide not to open. Like, you know what? I don't think it's right to open. It's like, but do tell. So first off, we're doing a bigger head, right? So I was trying to do that with my, what is it? This guy. Or not, maybe not. Yeah, this guy, right? So I think we're getting there, but one thing that I was told was I'm trying too hard. Well, that's not what I was told, but it was clear. It's like you're putting too many shapes in there. Don't try and put as many shapes in there. Just try and do as much as possible with not as much. And so that's what we're trying to do here. They decided to have a shorter semester and do classes half online, half on class. Oh, really? Really? Ugh. I did not hear that. Although, I have to say, there was an email that I did not check, and it said, this is what we're going to be doing. So I guess that was the one that I actually needed to check. But that doesn't look good. Yeah. So the thing is that it is going to be a chibi version, right? Especially, like, I want to do this. Like, I know that, right? But I'm gonna try and see if I can do it with less lines, right? More graphic, more shapes. So I'm gonna try and do stuff like that. So, and there's this one style of drawing that that I really think is gonna work, and so I'm gonna try and copy it and see what I can do with it. See if I can have some fun. Your reaction was yeah. Well, nobody's ready. Nobody is actually ready to be part, we're not ready. We're not ready as a country. We're not ready as anything to actually be like, oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get back into class and stuff. We're just putting a whole lot of people at risk. And that's just, what's the point of that? So here. Yeah. There. Okay, now I see. Adding these little graphic elements here will really tie that together. Okay. See, and then just basic bam. There's that forearm. Yep, I'm saying do online classes is the plan. It should be the plan. I mean, to be honest, it should be everyone's plan is to stay at home. Because we don't have an answer yet. And I don't just mean Norfolk State. It's like nobody how are they going to sanitize everything? You know, it's like how are these things going to work? So, you know, that to me is the bigger issue. It's like everyone's safety while everyone will be like, "Oh, just a triangle." You know, while everyone is like, "Oh, you know, our students' safety is our utmost care and all that kind of good stuff." Nobody's like, "Hey, are you going to give masks to everybody? Is everyone going to get gloves? How are you going to sanitize the computer labs and the classrooms every 3 hours?" No one has an answer for that. Those are the questions that I ask. I'm like, are you expecting me to do it? You know, it's like, you expecting me to clean up everything? Just some clarity. You know, clarity would be nice. Chris, man, you haven't been posting on the forum, man. Haven't been seeing you doing any work. What's up with that? You been doing work? It's like, you knew I was gonna call you out. I mean, that's just a given. Look how easy that was. Bam, bam, bam. Real easy. Here's my shape. Damn. Nice and rounded. Here. And then just adding these graphical elements. See, that's the one thing that my friend told me. He's like, you know, you're doing all this very graphic style, so why don't you try and make it as though you really want it to be graphic? Yeah, so, and I figured the best way to do that, at least for me, is to go ahead and be like, oh, well, let me try this kind of, I mean, it's a chibi style, but let me try it. And like I said, the best part about this is that it's all practice, right? So until I can start doing it myself. And this right now is actually a bigger challenge, mostly because I'm not just straight tracing it. Because normally what I would say to people is, hey, you should go and trace it, right? Just trace it so that you can have some muscle memory. You can make it, right, so that it'll make sense. Don't even try and fight it. Just go with what's already there and try and learn from the person who's already done it. Like, why not? I know I've been doing some. Yeah, that's good. Krogi Cafe stuff is great. Alright, so this would be like, whoosh. I need to get back into it. I stopped for a while. So I feel you. I feel you with that. It's dope. Oh, looking a lot smoother. What is your work? And the fun part about doing stuff like this, right? So if you're mimicking someone else's style for a little bit, and you're really just, if you're really trying to learn, right, you'll pick certain things up, and then you will start adding your own thing to it. And that's the key, right? A lot of people will ask like, oh, I'm trying, or tell me, oh, I'm trying to find my style. I'm trying to find my style. Like, your style is going to come from you trying to draw a whole bunch of things. I just gotta try new stuff, you know. Get used to being uncomfortable. Yep. You know, because you never know what you're gonna like. You know, everyone now knows me as the marker guy, right? But when I was in college and markers were introduced to me, dude, I hated it. I mean, it was one of those ones where I just couldn't do it, you know, and it's just like, and, you know, my professor made it look so simple, and it just wasn't working. And then, luckily, I stuck with it. I took him to some office hours, and I'm like, hey, can you help me out with this, because I'm not getting it, and we were supposed to do something in marker. And he was like, yeah, sure. And he went through it and he showed me his style, and was like, pfft. And it wasn't working. I'm sorry, I just don't get it. And it wasn't working at all. And then, you know, I just went and I kept trying and trying and trying and trying. And then I developed something completely different than what he was teaching people. Excuse me. And it was funny because after that, he was like, wow, this is really good. You got this nice, interesting, you know, graphic kind of look going on. It's like, huh. And then he actually had me teach his students that. And he was just like, yeah, I think this would be great. You should really teach them. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, and that's because I tried something that I really didn't want to do. And it's just like anytime you want to try a new style, right? Or you want to try something different, it's going to be awkward, but you got to put in the time and effort, right? You want to get good at hands? Guess what? Draw a whole bunch of hands. Next month for me, August. Well, August is Ninja August, so I'll be drawing a lot of ninjas, sketching a lot of ninjas and showing them off and stuff like that. But generally speaking, I should be doing hands, which is something I'm going to eventually do, you know? Stuff that I suck at. Hands, faces. I mean, not faces, but expressions. Like, I really want to knock out some expressions. Okay, I mean, interesting. He's not that big. He's about, what we got? Mass doesn't count. 1, 2, 2.5 heads tall. Yeah, that's now. And I'm definitely trying to make sure that this is something that I fix up, because with digital inking and stuff, I just don't know what I'm doing. And, you know, I see a lot, like, I'm looking at this going, why is that line shaky? But then I've been told that Photoshop's not really great for inking, and that you should go to Clip Studio Paint, which I probably will eventually, because it seems like that's just the way to go. The hardest part in time and effort, it's not the practice, but getting to the table and staying there for more than 20 minutes. You don't need to stay there for more than 20 minutes, man. I'm telling you, you can get a lot done with like 10 minutes. 10 minutes, man. I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you because I was doing those 10-minute drawings. You know, 10-minute drawings will get you there. Because then you're limited, right? Because you're like, oh man, I've only got 10 minutes. I gotta jump on this fast, you know. I gotta get my design process going. I gotta hit this hard and fast and all that kinds of stuff. But you know, don't let your time restraints. You got 10 minutes, make it happen, right? I start finding pockets of time, you know. It's the weirdest thing when you don't have a lot of time, you know, or a lot of responsibilities and stuff like that. You need to start finding the pockets of time, right? When you're like, oh, I've got 10, 15 minutes. All right, cool, draw something, right? Like, just draw something, though. Just whatever you want. Bam, you know, just real quick, just draw it. Because, hopefully, you know, it'll be worth it. Right? Well, not worth it, but I mean, the mileage that you get on your pencil is going to be what's important, right? So as long as you're drawing, as long as you keep drawing, then you will get better. Like that's just the way it is. You just got to keep at it. And if you do that, you will actually get better. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like, a lot of people will go, oh, well, I didn't have time, so I didn't draw this, or I didn't draw that. And it's like, look, there are people who drew on Post-it notes while they are at work for ever and a day, right? And they're just like, yeah, all I did was draw on Post-it notes. And you look at their work and it's like, holy smokes, you know? So it's not about doing these full drawings, because a lot of people will think, oh man, I got to get these full drawings in. If I don't draw a full drawing, then nope. If I don't get a full drawing in, or I make it look like it's finished, then I'm not doing my part. And I mean, the thing is that as long as you're drawing, like you're scribbling something, that's all you need. I mean, I've done plenty of design works where I'm like, oh, I've done nothing. Okay. You know, no biggie. We're gonna make, you know, you just keep going. And that's all that really matters, right? As long as you keep drawing. So, like, if you have 10 minutes, you have 5 minutes, just do it. Just out of curiosity, what app are you using? Right now I'm using Photoshop. I think pretty soon I'm going to come in and start using Clip Studio Paint. But right now it's Photoshop. This is just what I'm used to. So I'm going to make it work because I know. But so many people have told me, like, oh man, you should switch over because inking is so much easier there. And their brushes, I have used their brushes, you know, Clip Studio's brushes, and they are pretty sweet. Just keep swimming. Yeah, you just got to keep at it. Eventually it's going to pay off. Eventually it is going to pay off. It's just like this digital inking, man. To be honest, I hate inking in the first place. So there we go. So for me to jump in and be like, oh, I'm going to learn how to digitally ink on top of something that I can't stand, you know. Oh, there we go. We got Fatigues, man. Thank you so much for that follow, means a lot. Welcome to the Ninja Empire. What we do here is we draw ninjas, we have a good time, and I try and actually give some type of information that you might be able to use later on, you know, like we talk about right now. But most of the time we're drawing some type of ninjas. Normally trying something new at the moment, but normally, let's see if I have something. The head. This will work for what we're doing, I think. Normally I get artwork and it looks like this, right? And so I do full-on characters. I'm working on a game, as you saw with the little introduction. It's I'm trying to do a little fighting game, but some people have mentioned to me that I have a very graphic style and that I should attempt to make it more graphic. And so that's what I'm trying to do right now. I found a style of someone that I really like, and I'm trying right now. I'm actually drawing the picture that I'm using as reference because it's just a study. And one thing that's always funny to me is when my students are like, I can't copy anything, I can't do that, that's stealing. Yes, if I was to present this and be like, yeah, I drew this, I created it, this is my own, then yeah, that's bad, right? But if, you know, I'm using this with you guys, I knew I was going to do a short stream today, you know, and I wanted to make sure that I could try and jump in on this process. So, you know, looks awesome. You programming that game as well? No. Yes, Brawlhalla art style, yes. See, I'm not screwing up too bad when people can catch it. Yes, but I want to try this Brawlhalla style and see if I can then adapt it once I've drawn enough of their characters, if I can adapt it to my own characters, and maybe even get a unique, you know, get some unique style going, and then change it up, because their stuff is very, you know, like one line. And so if I can add some line weight or stuff like that, I don't know, we'll try and change something up. But Fatigue, you said, am I programming it as well? No, I'm not a programmer. The idea with the game is to develop the pitch Bible, right? And then go, all right, now once COVID's over and we can go to conventions again, go to GDC, go to go to GDC, go to PAX East, West, and all over the place, and then go to companies and just go, hey, I've developed this. Do you want it? You know, that's my plan. If it goes somewhere, great. If it doesn't, you know, it is what it is. It's a passion project. I wanted to do ninjas for like ever, so that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I love the Brawlhalla style. I mean, it's so clean. My kids introduced me to it, and I was like, what is this? And so I'm like, man, I even said to them the first time I saw it, I was like, man, this is the style that I want to do. You know, I'd be really happy if I could pull this off. So I'm adapting a style. You know, we're gonna try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, great. I already have a style. You know, I don't know, and I might even keep the style that I already have. You know, I mean, I will keep it. I know that because it's how I've been drawing for years. But if I can get something new, you know, and I have to start thinking about my demographic. You know, if I want to try and reach new people, I gotta bring it into the style that they actually like. I can't stay a dinosaur. That's one of the things that I've really realized when it comes to people who are very successful at what they do. They actually go in and adapt to the world. And right now, everything's becoming more and more stylized and simple. You do have the hyper realistic people, right? And I know for a fact that I will never do that. So since I since I'm not the hyper realistic type of person, I got to go the other way, right? People are doing all kinds of things like Roblox and Minecraft and Brawlhalla, this kind of style, and it's like, well, if this is the style that's gonna work, I might as well use it, and maybe I can adapt it in some way. Random question: are you able to advise students on classes? I would be able to advise people on classes if they gave me access to the portal. But the whole time I've been asking for access and I still haven't got it. So I can't access the I can't access anything. So it's like, it's really frustrating because I want to help people, but it's like I can't. And I've even brought it up. I'm like, hey, it's like, hey, can I want to be able to help my students, and they're like, oh, okay, we'll take care of it. This has never happened. You wanted to be realistic. I was a big Magic guy, Magic the Gathering, and at one point I was like, yes, that's where I'm gonna go. But then, to be honest, I was always a bigger comic book guy. And then, Jim Lee was really big where I was in Germany, and so I did a lot of, I watched and drew a lot of that. And then who'd I go to? Joe Mad came around. I'm like, this is awesome. This is what I want to do. So, no, I wouldn't. I mean, you can. I wouldn't. I would actually try and get a hold of Sam, to be honest. He'll actually try and help you. It's coming together so much faster. Oh my goodness. It might just be because I have something to copy. I don't know, but yeah. But the fact that it's a lot it's simpler, so the initial drawing is so much easier to do. And what I realized is that you can actually fudge some of the anatomy, right? It doesn't actually matter. And you're like, oh, well, oops. So, I don't know. I like this. I like where this is going. I like the simplicity of it. Okay, so most teachers in the finance department can do that, right? Yeah, no, anyone who has access can actually do it. That's the big part. Anyone who has access can and should be willing to advise you. This style fits your... I think so. I really do. That's why I looked at some other stuff, and I saw that they had some tech things going on, and I'm like, ooh, okay. So I should be able to, after drawing it a couple times, I should be able to adapt this to my drawings. I just don't know if I'm just going to completely shift over and be like, all right, this is what I'm doing, or if I'm going to, you know, stick with what I got. That's the big question, you know. It's like, do you completely just shift over? Because I really do like where I'm going with the you know, like the game art stuff, but you know, heck, maybe this is where the toys come in or the animation comes in, you know. We do it in this style. What's up, AG? How's it going, man? Didn't want to get yelled at again for not streaming. What we yakking about? We're yakking about different styles and trying to constantly adapt at what you're doing, you know. It's definitely one thing that I'm going to be talking about when I do another Take 5 with Kaiser, being able to adapt, because right now, like I said, I had a friend who commented to me and was like, hey man, you know, you're doing this graphic stuff, right? You're doing, a lot of your work is so graphic. Why don't you try and push it? You know, push your graphics, maybe become simpler, maybe think basic, you know, less shapes, you know, and then you wouldn't have to worry about anatomy as much, or, you know. And so I was like, all right. And so that's what I'm doing. I found a style that I like. It's from Brawlhalla. I like that artwork, and so right now I am literally drawing someone else's drawing to try and get a feel for how that drawing would go, you know, what do I need to do, like how can I change what I do and understand, you know, do I make this line this way, or do I make this line that way? So, you know, I'm trying new things to see if I can actually be a bigger threat in the world of art and go, hey, not only can I draw it in real, can I draw it in a more, you know, realistic style, but I can also do this. And so if we're looking at maybe a cartoon, you know, or let's say toys, you know, so you come in and just be like, here's something a little bit more simple. Whoops. Especially since this guy right now is 2 heads tall, right? two and a half heads tall. And so if I can be like, oh man, I can make like little vinyl pops and stuff like that with this, I would be okay with that, you know. Especially, and you know, because if I can get this, like, I'm really liking the way this is, it's flowing and stuff like that. If I can get this into this style, I think that would be amazing. So that's where we're at right now. A lot of mainstream animated media is geared towards more simple designs. Yeah. And I'm starting to realize that, you know, even though there is so much realistic, you know, drawings and stuff, when everyone's trying to do like Magic the Gathering and whatnot. Whoops. Oh, you know what? We should save. And everyone's trying to do Magic the Gathering type stuff, that there's so many people still doing, you know, going this way, and it just seems like my demographic, you know, middle school, high school type deal is really moving more towards this style. So if that's the case, I need to move with it. Even Avatar, yeah. So, I'm really trying to move along. If I can make this work, then who knows? Who knows what happens then, Instead of, because if I went to an animation house and was like, hey, I got this great idea for Ninja Empire, and they're looking at it and it's all real, my style, right? And they see that and they're like, yeah, I don't think that's what we're looking for. But then I can break this out and be like, well, what about this? So, and I think that my friend was trying to look out for me, and he was like, you should be further along in your life. Not further along in your life, but in your style, you should be further. You should have more followers, and you should do all this kind of stuff. But maybe it's time to update what you do. So that's where we are. That's what we're yapping about. And even maybe, because I'm coming back to cleaning this up, but maybe we actually leave it, when I make these lines like that, and then they don't connect, right? Maybe not like that one, but but I do that instead, or like right here, right there where there's that gap. Maybe the style eventually evolves to leaving that kind of open, so that it just gives something a little bit different to the drawing. I really like the mask. I think you adding that to your ninjas would be cool, and design them a bit more curvy, like not as circular as this, but more towards a simpler vibe. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I have a lot of angular stuff, but if I can make it angular round, like a softer angle, I think it'd be really cool. So AG man, how's it going? How you been? Have you been streaming? I mean, I've been in the underground. I've been dead. My computer died. Well, it didn't die. It overheated and then it shut down, and it was like, yeah, whatever you had planned, we ain't doing that. So I've been out of it for a little bit. And man, I'm really thinking about stickers. I think about that, man. Like, the stickers I've made have always been so, they're elongated because I've been making 11 by 17 drawings and stuff. But if I could get a full-on figure like this, and have it fit in a 3x3 or a 4x4, or if, hell, heaven forbid, stuff gets really popular, and then I'm making enough money to where I can actually do really, really big stickers. Oh man. As a sticker guy, yes please. So I'm super excited about what's going on here, so. Oh, you know what? That wouldn't happen. Why? Because that actually would be that. Then this would come out. Consistency. Hank O'Brien, what's up? I finished RE7 this past Friday, and then I visited Broshi 89 in celebration of the 200 fall. Nice. Nice. I'm at 192. I'm getting there. Yes, Jay. What's up? How can I help you? Ah. There we go. Let me know when you get to 200. Alright. Will do. Hopefully soon. I'll be streaming a lot more now, you know. Gotta get my streams in before I gotta go back to work. What? You gonna make me an emote? Oh man, that'd be sweet. Yeah, I gotta make some emotes. I mean, not that I'm going anywhere. Like, I still got... Somehow I lost an emote point. I don't know. I'm very confused about how the emote points work, but... So I lost a point. But, I know I need to make some. Because I think that on, if you have better TV, you can actually have a ton of emotes. You... Yes, I am.
Ty loves me more than you do.
Why? No! Time to look up a pose. Oh, that's not working either. What? Oh, I guess it's... It doesn't matter. See, one thing that I gotta remember is that not every line has to be perfect. When I'm doing this, this is gonna be a big change for me. You know, to where I can actually just make something be like, yeah, it's close enough, right? And people were like, yeah, no, that's good. It's gonna be great. I really do like this. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the drawing process. So, and it might be just because it's new, right? I don't know. Maybe. And maybe it's because, I mean, I was drawing those chibis, right? And maybe I was just looking for the right way to draw them. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? And this whole idea of like all my blacks really works for this. Like, I use very strong blacks in most of my work, so it works really well. I guess I should bring this up a little bit better. Hey, Isaiah, what's going on? Good to hear from you. How you doing? Ooh, that was too big. Why not? Make that line happen. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Oh, I'm doing pretty good right now. You know, my computer had some issues earlier in the week. Or last week, I guess, you know, 'cause we can't really say earlier in the week because it's over. But, you know, now that that's over, oh, thanks, man. Thanks for subscribing on the YouTubes. Hope you enjoy this stuff. We draw a lot of ninjas, you know, do a lot of ninja stuff. But on YouTube, definitely check out all the other stuff that I have going on. There's a lot going on there. Yep, and this would come back up. Like so. But yeah, now that my computer's not dead, I get to come back and stream again. Oh, you prepping for college? Oh man. What are you gonna study? That's awesome. Man, college. Well, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Andrew graduated too, so it makes sense. So that's not gonna be all big, but we need to come in here, make this a little bigger. Electrical engineering. Woo! That's heavy stuff, man. That's fantastic. I'm happy for you. What college are you going for? Oh, but now you're gonna jump into college with all of this pandemic stuff going on. That stinks. That stinks. Hopefully, you know, soon it'll be over though. Oh, you're going to ODU? Oh, really? Currently, I teach at Norfolk State. Right down the road. Yep, sure do. Been there for coming up on 4 years. Soon it's going to be super awkward all the time. Yeah. Yep. The bad part is that Chris just... Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Alright, I'll be right there. Alright, so I just was told that I need to help my dog. So, I'll be right back. Alright, my dog's dumb. We might be able to visit you, yeah. Jay, you going to ODU too? Jay got real quiet the first time he said something. Poor puppy. Yeah, I mean, he's still dumb. Oh, wow. Ah, Jay, what are you going? What are you going to ODU for? Are you studying electrical engineering as well? Oh, really? Nice. Two totally different ways to go about it. Nice. That's awesome. Well, congrats. Again, congrats to you both. That's great. Oh, so how are they doing? I might have to change it though because I'm trying to get into animation. Yeah. If you're trying to get down to that area around there, you might want to look into Regent. Regent has an animation department. And they're pretty good too. So, oops. Well, Jay, if you ever want some support or anything, somewhere along the line there's going to come up something that says join the Discord. You should join my Discord. Got a bunch of artists, some teachers, students, you know, come together, we post art. And if you want it critiqued and whatnot, we try and help each other get better. Okay. Yeah, but like I said, Regent is right there if you wanted to. And there's, you know, one of the more active members of my Discord is an animation professor and published animator, so just saying, if you want to try and get a little help and whatnot beforehand, he would gladly. And he was one of my former students, so so you know, I'm trying to help you out there. Really kind of surprised at first I heard of it though. And I could have helped you out a long time ago. Shoot, we probably could have even got you in a SCAD. Just saying. Yeah, sorry, I've been meaning to say something a while, but it was slipped my mind. Yeah. Yeah, it's like one of the cards you gave me when we were really young. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Remember, those that game got picked up and got published and is now been published for all over the world and whatnot. So you guys kind of have, if you still have it, you know, you have one of the alpha card or beta cards. So, you know, just saying, you got something unique there. Yup. How's everyone else doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. Andrew shipped off to the Navy. He's in boot camp right now. And everyone else is just getting big. Getting big, you know? So it's been good, though. I mean, everyone's pretty good. Can't complain. That instantly, I draw that shoe way too big, right? That still could work though. So Jay, what kind of animation you want to do? I'm not entirely sure yet. Some ideas in my mind, but I don't have a clear-cut winner. That's fair. The best part is that you can go out and find out, you know, and that's it's one of the benefits of going to college, right? You actually get to find out what it is you want to do, and I think that's important. Out a little bit. The one thing that I hope you are doing, though, is drawing your butt off. Because it doesn't matter whether you do 2D animation, 3D animation, stop motion, Doesn't matter what kind of animation you're doing. If you're trying to get into animation, you better be drawing every and anything. Good. Good, good, good. Because if you're not, you're falling behind. How long have we been on? We've been on for an hour and 8 minutes. An hour and 8 minutes, and I've almost got this thing inked. That is insane for me. Oh no, this might be the winner. If I can then, you know, and then get around to like knocking out poses and stuff with these guys, forget about it. Set time in your head faster than I did it yesterday. The problem is that I normally don't, but when I'm doing like digital work, it takes me forever because I am still learning, or at least I feel as though I'm still learning, right? Even though I can do it. Even though, you know, I'm like, I teach digital illustration and I do it, I feel as though I'm not necessarily what I would say comfortable with it. Because if you were to give me the option between a sketchbook and pencil, and a sketchbook, pencil, inks, I would do it traditionally before I'd reach for the computer every single time. So I'm still trying to figure. I would say I'm still trying to figure it out. And I mean, I've been really pushing on it to find it out since, well, once I really started pushing on my YouTube channel. So I would have to say like late 2019 to now. So, you know, I've been working at it for about 8 months now, and I feel so much better. Like, I feel as though I'm like, yep, this is working, to the point where I'm like, man, maybe I need to like stick with digital. But the problem was, it was taking me forever. Like a drawing that I would normally accomplish traditionally in, let's say, 3 hours would take me 7 hours or 8 hours to do digitally. And that's not what's supposed to happen, right? It's supposed to go the opposite way. I'm supposed to cut down on my time. So, and I mean, and this one might be going faster solely because I've been doing it, or maybe it's because of, you know, this more simplistic style. I don't know. Being willing to just let stuff go, not always come back and try and make it a perfect straight line, you know? that might have something to do with it. But I mean, I'm really liking it. Didn't think I would be knocking this out for this short stream. If I can get these inks done before I gotta go, that'll be awesome. So that's where I'm at right now. If I can make it so that I can actually get this bad boy inked up, because I mean, like I said, I knew I was going to be doing a short stream today, solely because the Wi-Fi doesn't feel that good. So I want to make sure that I can make sure she gets to bed on time and stuff like that. But you know, we're gonna be around 10 o'clock, depending on where we are. Like around 10 o'clock, we're gonna call it, right? And be like pretty much an hour and a half. Like I said, if I can get this done, if I can get this inked up in an hour and a half, I will be ecstatic. Thanks. Yeah, I think she will. Just think she's exhausted. Let's go. I do have to say there's so many benefits to working digitally. You know, like the ellipse tool that just allows you to make circles without having to fight anything. Another thing that I've realized is that, I mean, I've realized it a long time ago, but I really like bolder, thick lines, right? I like that, and so it really lends itself to this kind of drawing. So, like I said, it might be just finding what's good. Oh, I missed. Oh, look at that. How many times do you nail that like that? Yeah, we'll take that. I'm actually kind of excited. I'm gonna show my kids. Be like, look what I did! No, not the eraser! Straight line drawings. And we are going to go ahead and pull. Actually, I'm going to make this line a little straighter. I'm going to make sure, sorry, I'm going to make sure we see the top of the sword. And then, yeah. That. Whoops. Curve might have. Doesn't really matter. go. And once again, best part about digital, being able to come in and erase stuff like that. Just whoosh, gone. Right? Ink something too thick? No problem. One thing I would say though, Jay, if you don't know, like, you've just been a traditional guy, and you're like, I don't know where to go yet. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Try and get into digital. Get into digital fast, because if you can get over that learning curve early, I'm telling you, it's a world of difference. And you know, I'm realizing that I can get faster, or that I am getting faster. So, you know, you should do it too. You'll never have to worry about a messy line. That's true. So, you know, I'm looking at this going, yep. So crazy how fast this went. So crazy how fast this went for me. I know there are other people out there who are like, man, you took too long. It took you an hour and a half. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm like, yeah, probably, but see, now you got all thick on me. There we go. That's better. Come around. Come around. There we go. I really need to start doing the 10-minute challenge works because I draw super slow. Man, I'm telling you, I started doing that, and you know, at first it's like, you know, no, wasn't really happy with what I was doing, but towards the end, the ones where I stopped filming, those were getting really good, you know, and I'm like, this has helped me dramatically in my speed. And mostly the thing about speed is, or what I found, is that it's all about not caring to a point, right? Because you just don't have time. And then if you can train your mind into always thinking that way, and then go, all right, well, let me fix it now, then, you know, you'll draw so much faster. Because there's so many people that I know, they just, like, you know, they scribble on the paper and they're like, bam, 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 no worries. They don't think about it at all. And it's because they've trained themselves to be like, oh, well, whoops, I know exactly what I need to do here, how it's gonna work. You know, they don't care. So they're, push this off a little bit further. So we're also gonna warp this. Also, look at it, stuff like this where you can warp. All right, you get to push it. Oops. Push your stuff around a little bit, right? So it looks like it's kind of wrapping. Right, you still got the same design, right? But you can actually make it look like it's warping up. Bam, enter, come to the eraser, bam, done. Bam, bam. Yeah, yep. So, you know, the big thing that I can tell you is just do it, right? Fail at it a lot, because that's what I did. I've failed at it a whole lot. But don't let that stop you, right? Just know that you are working towards getting faster, and the more you try, the more that you're like, all right, you know, I did this, I failed at it, I did it again, I failed at it. But, you know, soon you'll be like, oh wait, I know how to draw this shape, right? And then that's what helps you. And then you learn how to draw that shape, and then you draw another shape, and then you draw another shape, and you're like, oh yeah, this is what's happening, you know. So that's all you got to do. You just got to keep at it. Practice, 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 practice. See something. No, wait, where was that? Is that here? There we go. Sir, I've watched a lot of your videos. My personal favorite being the Teenage Mutant ones. Yeah. The Teenage Mutant ones I was really happy with. I liked how they came together. Edit, warp. I'm gonna curve this. Whoop. Curve, just so that it pulls itself around a little bit. I still need to. There we go. Keep these layers small. Oh no! Some of my layers moved. What? Wait. No, wait, this one. Okay. You gotta be careful for the hands. Alright. Do better. So we're gonna come in here. Do that. There we go. Now we affect the least amount. Get that over there. Eraser. Alright, we're gonna do that. Pop that up like that. Bring this in. Bring that in. Brings that down. No idea what happened there. Alright. Alright, now we've all fixed that up. Right. Doom, doom, doom. Almost done! Oh, we got like 1 minute left. I mean, we got more than 1 minute, but... It's too thick. Okay. Little line weight there won't hurt anybody. Alright, I'm gonna draw this nose in. Has been your fastest published piece? What do you mean? Like how long it took me to do something? If that's what you're asking, 15 minutes. 15 minutes to do a sketch card in 15 minutes. But I mean, you know, I can't really say that that was anything substantial. I mean, yeah, I did it in 15 minutes, but still. Get in here. There we go. There it is. Look at that. Get out of here, words of friends. There you go. There it is. Inked up. Hands up, inked up. Did it in an hour and 31 minutes, so it was 1 minute off. Hour and a half, got it done, got it inked up. Oh no! Ah, no, I'm lying. Y'all didn't tell me I was missing the rest of his head. Here we go. Sucks when you forget to put your opacity back to 100%. There we go. Little tweaks. Things that I want to see different. There we go. Okay. There, now he has the rest of his head. There you go. 1 hour and 32 minutes. I'll take it. Alright, so the next time we'll color them up. See where we go from there. But, like I said, 10 o'clock, I wanted to make sure that I bounced out so that I could be with the wife. So thank you guys. Oh, you have the very first card. Book of Torment. That was the first card that was ever drawn or produced for Dark Legacy. I would definitely hold on to that one. But like I said, thank you guys so very much. It means a lot that you were hanging out with me and watching me draw this character. We'll color them up. We'll draw another one till I get used to it, and then we'll start drawing my own characters in it. We'll see what we can do with the style. You know, we'll keep moving, and I'll be drawing other characters and stuff like that still. But I definitely want to try this out. You put it in the Discord. Nice. AG, you still have your deck? Smart. Good stuff. I have a feeling that Dark Legacy isn't going to go anywhere with Upper Deck anymore. Could be wrong, but I just have a strong feeling that they're not going to do anything with it, and then it's going to come to me, and it is going to merge itself into Ninja Empire. I know this because I've already written a story as to how and why this would all make sense. So definitely keep a hold of those cards, because they're going to be incorporated into this magnum opus that I'm doing right now. So, but once again, thank you guys so very much for hanging out. I hope you come out to the next one. If you haven't, you know, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I'm streaming again. For those of you on the Discord, love me there too. But I will, I'll see you guys later. I think I'll be streaming a lot during the day, because, you know, nighttime, my wife goes to work. It'd be nice to see her too sometimes. So we might have a change in streaming time. I don't know, but just be on the lookout for that. But I will definitely be streaming, hopefully a lot more, especially that my computer's working. So yeah, I will see you guys at the next stream. And thank you once again. Thank you so very much for hanging out, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right. I'll see you guys later. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I will be right back later. But there you go.